We're gonna need a montage, a sports training montage. What's good, y'all? So we're back again with another first time video. And this time I am challenging myself for something almost impossible. That is, I'm trying to get to be able to touch the rim at 5'6" in 3 weeks. Right now, I think I am somewhere around 30 inches of vertical, and the goal is to gain 5 inches to be able to at least graze a 10-foot basketball rim. Now, like I said, it's almost impossible because 3 weeks, I don't know how much we're gonna gain from that. The most any normal person could possibly gain is about 2 to 3 inches in 3 weeks. So I'm doing some crazy things to make it possible, and that is I'm training and supplementing myself like a professional athlete for 3 weeks. So what I've been doing right now is I've been taking 4 scoops, 30 grams of protein every single day. So that adds up to 120 grams of protein. And the guide is for you to take at least 1 gram per pound of your body weight. So I'm somewhere around 135 right now. I lost weight recently, and hopefully I can maintain that weight so I can be lighter for my vertical jump. Here are some things I forgot to include, but to fulfill the rest of my daily protein intake goal, I eat real food. I have a low carb but high protein diet because I'm trying to not consume unnecessary extra calories that would contribute to gaining weight. Again, my goal is to gain strength without gaining mass, and losing mass would be even better for vertical gains. Yes, these meals don't look like the cleanest protein sources, cause your Asian boy still likes to eat good food. I'm not gonna include everything I ate cause this video could end up turning into a foodie video. And another thing that I'm adding for my supplements is creatine. So I've always been taking creatine, but I've just realized that I haven't been taking enough. So now I'm going through a 7-day loading phase, and I'm taking about 20 grams of creatine a day. We'll see what happens out of that. Hopefully we can see some results in terms of strength gains and ultimately vertical gains. I forgot to mention that creatine will also give you quote-unquote water muscles after a 7-day loading phase. So I'm documenting a before and after on this video. To anyone's curious, this is how my body looks right now on day 2 of taking 20 grams of creatine a day. So you can skip this section if you don't want to see this, but if you're just curious to see how it looks. And yeah, just so we can compare how my body's gonna look. Hopefully we'll see some difference in about 7 days. Now as for my workouts, I'm working out every single day. I'm doing some sort of like a cycle here. Day 1 would be leg days, mainly strength and power workouts. I do half squats so I can lift heavier to speed up strength and power gains. It also simulates jumping mechanics. Day 2 would be upper body days, so chest and back. I deadlift for my back since it works my posterior chain, which is important for jumping. I know it doesn't really work all my back muscles, but adding deadlifts on day 1 would be too much, so I had to put them on day 2. I personally don't think it's necessary to train all my back muscles if my goal is vertical gains. And day 3 would be a lighter load day, so I mainly train my arms since my upper body and my lower body is pretty sore. So I'd be training my triceps or delts or my biceps. But the main thing on day 3 is that is my plyo day. So that's when I get to test my maximum vertical. And then after day 3, we're back to day 1, which is leg day. And that cycle is just gonna go on and on until the end of the 3rd week. Alright, it's been 7 days and I'm reporting in to tell y'all how it felt. Just like what everyone's been talking about throughout the 7 days, I felt some bloating. In the middle of the night, I found myself running to the toilet just because I was drinking a lot of liquids throughout the day too. It may or may have not affected my sleep, which is important to grow your muscles. But those are just a few side effects that I am expecting. They weren't that bad. Now for the good effects. On the 5th day on my 7-day loading phase, when I initially started my workout that day, I felt really weak. And then as my workout went on, when I finally got to doing squats, I had to hit a new PR and I started feeling good throughout my workout. I decided to challenge myself and add 25 pounds on my squats. You know, I thought I was gonna struggle. It ended up being easy. I didn't even have had to use my smelling salts. That was definitely one of the biggest signs that told me that I was getting stronger. Now we're gonna talk about the muscle gains. So, unlike what a lot of people have mentioned during the loading phase, they could possibly gain up to 5 pounds. I actually didn't gain any weight, but since I changed my diet to consuming more protein, less carbs, I was probably going through a calorie deficit as well since I'm consuming a lot of protein shakes, taking less calories, I was less hungry, but I was still hitting my daily protein intake. What might have happened is I might have lost some body fat, but gained muscle instead. And that's how I was able to maintain my weight. But yeah, I do feel a lot leaner, which is nice because if anything, I'd rather lose weight and get strong so that I can be lighter for my vertical. And it worked out for me, so that was great. Alright, and to those who are curious, we're gonna do a comparison of how my body looks after the 7-day loading phase. It's not flexing, just letting my stomach out, let's see. Hard to tell. I'm not really sure if I've really gained muscles. So for the legs, I definitely noticed a huge difference because I don't remember seeing this much muscle mass on my quads. But then again, I've never really paid attention to my leg muscles. And you can see my calves too. That's probably just the Asian calves flexing. Relaxed. It's not my goal to have a nice looking body. I just really want to get stronger to increase my vertical, but you know, if having a nice body comes with it, then I don't mind that. It's a plus. Alright, what are my thoughts about the 7-day loading phase? Like what everyone's saying, it's not necessary. I'll still get the same results, but they are just slower. So if you're, like me, you have a deadline or a goal to reach or a huge competition coming up where you need to be a lot stronger, then doing a loading phase is worth it. It definitely works. That's only if you can stomach the side effects that comes with it. Alright, now I'm gonna continue my workouts all the way till my deadline. I haven't missed a day, feeling stronger every day, hitting PRs. I have about a couple of weeks, so we'll see how it goes. Alright, it's been 3 weeks and I've got good news and bad news. We'll start with the good news. The good news is I am a lot stronger than I've ever been before, and I feel like I'm in the best shape of my life, and I don't think I would ever achieve this at all if I didn't try to challenge myself. Now for the bad news. Unfortunately, I did not succeed in trying to reach and touch the rim in 3 weeks, starting at a 30-inch vertical. The most I've gained in 3 weeks is just about an inch. Now you might think, after all that, and that's all you've gained. Well, the thing is, just to give you a little bit of a background, I've actually been training for my vertical for many months now, and I've gained somewhere around 3 inches of vertical. I think it's safe to say that I've probably gained an inch every month. So it's actually a lot harder to make huge improvements since I've been doing this for a while now. But still, an inch in 3 weeks is quite realistic for a normal person like myself. So I'd say it's still a win for me. So would I continue doing this or will I stop? Yes, I will continue it, but not to this extreme, because I haven't mentioned that I've also been taking cold showers, forcing myself to get 9 hours of sleep, and I was getting injured almost every time I'm hitting PRs. I was always waking up sore, and the worst of all is that it was physically and mentally exhausting. So I think from now on, I'm just gonna take my time to get there. And I know eventually I'll be able to touch the rim if I just be more patient, because this really does take a lot of time. And I'm glad I didn't get the worst injuries, such as tearing my Achilles tendon, which has happened to a few of my friends. That's something I'm really worried about, but I'm glad that it didn't happen to me. Yeah, I know one day I'll get there. I'll just have to be patient and just stay consistent with my workout, but it won't be as extreme as what I've done for the past 3 weeks. So I'm gonna continue documenting my training, and once I finally reach my goal, then I may post it. And the day that I touch the rim might be one of the best days of my life. But like I said, I know I'll get there. I just don't know when, but I know I will.